talking about technology. Technology, it's been a long while since technology entered the therapeutic world, but I think that post-pandemic, it just became our reality. Our most, a lot of us are working exclusively online. And I think it's interesting to think that this course could not happen, would not ever be a possibility without technology, because we met during the pandemic, and we developed all the work we developed because of technology. So I think this is a very important piece to address. It's different than working in presence, but I guess all therapists could agree with me that we learn and we keep learning on how profound and really connected a meeting can be throughout an online session. So I think it's interesting to think the effect, the impact of technology in our way of being with people, on our way to being present with people, and the patterns that we develop because of the technology. And I think that, again, I'm just saying once again, and I'm repeating myself in the sense that I think it's a very, very special opportunity for us therapists to work with ourselves with the tools that we use in our workspace, but out of our workspace and in a safe space where we can explore how is it that we relate to technology, not only adapt to technology, but how do we really relate to it?
Yeah, and we're going to spend time playing with technology. Like, this is a tool, and we're offering this course through Zoom. It wouldn't be possible, like Mariana said, we would not be able to do this without technology. And let's not pretend that it's not happening. Let's not pretend that we're in the same room. We're not in the same room. So how do we use this situation of, laptops and cameras and Zoom to actually enhance the work we're doing? I think that's something we can really spend time exploring and uncovering. There's ways that we use it in authentic movement online where we explore, what does it feel like when you leave the camera, when you're outside of the view? What happens very subtly in your body when all of a sudden you are on camera and you do get seen? What is it like to not have the lower half of your body be visible by a client? What happens when you're able to see a whole person? What happens when there's a sense of deep connection through this screen and technology? I don't think our bodies are able to relate to technology in the way that we think we are. In other words, when we're watching a movie and we're having a connection to that movie and we're having an emotional experience, our bodies are going through that for real, right? Mm-hmm. So our bodies are experiencing that, even though it's not real. It's actors in a script, and we know this intellectually. We know this. We are still feeling these feelings as if it was real. This is what allows us to work effectively on Zoom and through technology, is when we have that the support of connection, and our bodies are online. They're in agreement that this is real. Then we get to explore what are our patterns and how we engage, even on Zoom. What's the way that we always sit down? What's the way that we always seek out organize our station when we're with a client? These are little patterns that show up that can be in the way of presence, or possibly, if we're choosing them, enhance our experience of connection.
And how is it that we react, or how is it that we relate to a different level of exposure of our private space? Because oftentimes we are using our homes as a place where we're working from, which brings a whole different level of exploration. But I think it's interesting to start thinking about that.
And that's the witness role, right? Like, what do I
Mhm.
want you to witness in my background? What do I not want you to witness? That's okay to understand there's a yes and a no, but what's the pattern around it? What is it
Mhm.
that what are we signing up for? Instead of falling into a default, let's explore it and let's feel into it and notice what happens when we take the risk of shifting a little bit into or out of a pattern.